Invincible is back, and he's not alone. This season is full of unexpected allies as they face a battle that will decide not only the fate of the Earth, but the entire universe. All episodes now streaming only on Prime Video.
Before the game gets in at halftime, poise and composure. That was the ultimate test of our poise and composure. And you guys just kept playing. Smart, you get the steal, you get fouled on the three. Bron and Rui get the steal, Bron hits the three. And then we go into overtime, and it's not pretty. I made mistakes in overtime. We made a couple game plan mistakes. We made a couple coverage mistakes. We just kept playing. Rui, your offensive rebound, you end up getting a layup on that possession. And then Smart, you're coming in crashing, getting that layup. Bron with 13 defensive rebounds. Needed every one of them. Needed every one of them. All right? We can close this thing out on Sunday. That's our mindset. Elevate your recovery. Do what's necessary. Tonight took a lot out of all of us. All right? Be ready to go on Sunday. Great win.
I mean, an incredible ending in that game, but JJ is right. It was not pretty. Let's revisit that Lakers-Rockets matchup.
Wild ending.
It was a wild ending, of course, as the Rockets trying their best to get back into the series without KD, who's out with an ankle injury, but LeBron, he was ready to go. Second quarter, lobs it to his son, Bronny.
The reverse.
What a moment for the father and son.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
Lakers led by 11 at the half. Third quarter now, Rockets storming back. Off the steal, Amin Thompson slams it down on the other end.
Did he just pass to himself?
I think he did.
Okay.
Fourth quarter. Nice little three there from Reed Shepherd.
They need his shooting.
Now, minutes ago in the fourth, Steve, this is where things got critical.
Oh, this is a dream for the Rockets.
We thought it was a wrap right here.
Yes, come back. You put yourself
Look at that face. That face, he thought it was a wrap, too.
What
was
until this.
Throwing it nowhere. Then fouling.
And he would make all three free throws. Now, 24 seconds to play. Rockets up three. BG, what'd you see?
Poor decision making down the stretch multiple times. I mean, that's exactly what gets you beat. Unfortunately for Houston, they learned it the hard way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still an incredible shot by LeBron, but so many mistakes piling up there for the Rockets. Unbelievable.
Now, it was crazy here. As you see, swinging the rock around, Marcus Smart drills the corner three. The Lakers go up three. They never look back. They win this one in Houston. LA takes a commanding series lead, but Ime Udoka was asked about Kevin Durant after the game. Let's take a listen.
Kevin wasn't on the bench. Why?
Getting treatment.
Coach, just kind of what was your general messaging to the guys after this loss, now down 0-3 in the locker room?
Grow up, and you're not that young anymore. You've been through the playoffs once, and we watched every situation just now.
The amount of confidence that a young kid in our league can get from a postseason game, it's like a regular season game you would never get nervous from a regular season moment ever again when you play meaningful postseason games.
You had that alley-oop, the first ever father-son playoff alley-oop. What was that moment like for you?
He was calling for it. I've seen his steps for so long. He was gathering, and I was like, just go get it. So, I'm glad he was able to go up, reverse it. He also made it three when they tried to disrespect him and go under on the pick and roll. He gave us a great minutes. Everybody that played gave us great minutes, but that was a special moment, obviously.
I mean, really a lot of great sound there and a bit of a juxtaposition. Obviously, you hear J.J. Redick saying that the Lakers showed a lot of poise. It was how they were able to win this one. Rockets didn't show much poise, and it's how they ended up losing this one. But on the Lakers side of things, what did you learn from them in a game like this?
Oh, they showed great poise, great fight. Bronny James had more points than the entire Rockets bench. That is a terrible sign. I mean, great game for Bronny. He came in and did exactly what he's supposed to do. But, I mean, to try to go win a game like this, you got to have more production if you're Houston. And then, you want to try to put a positive spin on it and call it valuable learning lessons from this game. Multiple times, Houston just shot themselves in the foot by either not making a pass that was wide open or trying to make a pass that wasn't open. And in the games, you're up 6. Like, you are in control. You have to dictate what happens in this game. And unfortunately, they didn't. But again, got to give credit to the Lakers. They kept fighting. What JJ said in the locker room, rings true. They just kept going and didn't stop. And good things happen when you play like that.
The Lakers actually had a bad second half, only scored 38 points. I think the offense dried up. They couldn't shoot the ball anymore. They were on fire till half. And then I think everything was a little bit too easy for them. And then second half, they couldn't get much going on the offensive end. Şengün got going there in the second half for Rockets. And the Rockets fought, and they finally showed the togetherness we all wanted to see there in the second half. And honestly, they should have pulled that game out. There's just no way you're losing that after Şengün gets a steal, gets the dunk on the break. You're up 6 with just 30 seconds to go. That game is a wrap. So I felt a little bad, but it's kind of been their Achilles heel all year long. You know, losing big games down the stretch, losing big turnovers down the stretch, and they've lost games all year where you're like, you should have won that game. So it's some experience, missing obviously a big time point guard today, missing Durant. So it's just a little bit their story of this season.
Well, let's revisit that. And UD, Steve, tell us just what happened there in those 30 seconds left in regulation. That was really the beginning of the breakdown.
Composure.
Point guard.
Yeah.
No, they don't have a point guard, really. I mean, Reed's developing. He seems more of a perimeter player than like a true PG right now. They just made poor decisions. Whose ball is it? You know, the first one we see, they throw it into a crowd for no reason. Jabari Smith, you know, he's got the whole open side to the right. He throws it to a crowd. It's stolen.
I don't think he had to pass the ball.
He didn't. He could have just dribbled all the open space and dribbled out the clock, literally kick it out of bounds, let him take it out and set our defense. Then Reed tries to dribble and weave his way between two guys. LeBron says, "Thank you very much. I'll tap that from behind." You know, so here you can see, obviously, there's all this space in the middle of the floor to just get the ball over. And we rush a pass. It's just composure. You know, you learn a lot more from losing, but this is like excessive. You know, like Ime said, you'd like your team to be able to handle some of these moments and composure better. But look, this has been common for them this year in tight games. Not kicking it away like they did tonight, but they've had a hard time closing and winning close games.
But UD, how good are you feeling if you are the Lakers? You were able to get these wins without Luka, without Austin Reeves, and everybody just coming together.
I mean, you're feeling extremely good, but I'm encouraged that Houston showed some spunk for a change. They showed some fight. They showed some togetherness. They showed some grit. So that's very encouraging. But I'm going to be honest, man, just watching this game and them going down 3-0 to the Lakers, it's like bad teams just find a way to lose. And it's, at this point in the season, you don't want to call the Rockets a bad team in the playoffs, but the way that game looked at the end, it just looked like a bad team right there. So hopefully they can make the adjustments. Hopefully you take it one game at a time. You're not going to get all 3 games back. So you play one game at a time, you try to win one game, and you go from there. But if you're the Lakers, you have to come with the finishing move. Whatever your finishing move, off the top rope, or the DDT, whatever I know I like wrestling. I'm sorry. Whatever your finishing move is, you got to finish them when you get the chance, man. Don't give them another chance. Get some rest. You got old guys. You got guys that need treatment. You got all this going on. So finish them when you can.
Well, I will close us out with this. In the last 29 years, NBA teams were 1,713-1 when leading by 6 or more in the last 30 seconds of regulation. Ooh. They're now 1,713-2. So
that sums it up.
Yeah, close your ears, Rockets. Well, you know, all right, we have much more still to come on NBA Nightcap, including the latest edition of Inyo City with Marshawn Lynch. He pays a visit to the Nike campus just outside of Portland. And when we come back, we're headed east. We're going to bring you some highlights from the Celtics win in Philly to take a 2-1 lead in the series against the Sixers. NBA Nightcap, presented by Patron, continues after this.
Big Drummond.
Yeah.
We're kicking things off at the Coca-Cola 600, then Nashville, Michigan, Pocono, and an all-new street course in San Diego. NASCAR, it's on Prime.
Yeah, BG.
Sometimes you got to read a promo, guys.
I'm hyped to watch a little NASCAR. Let's get to a highlight. Feel free to take the reins on this one as well, Blake. Sixers legend Allen Iverson. Jason Tatum and the Celtics looking for a win in Philly. Late first here. Jaylen Brown.
That's what he do.
He's done that all year.
Yeah, he was great in this game,
Steve. This is a great game. Back and
forth. Give me that.
Bono blocked some shots, huh?
Yes, he did.
And he always leads the team for fast breaks on it.
Ooh, Edgecombe really got him.
Get that. Wow. Let me get that.
Time winding down in the first half. Derek White getting inside.
Why not?
Yeah.
That was pure. Celtics led by 7 after the first half. Final period here. We got Maxey off the high screen, drains the huge three.
Mm-hmm.
Sixers take the lead. AI's fired up. Under 90 seconds to play here. Celtics by 2. Pritchard in the corner.
Stone Cold
Pritchard.
Listen,
Yeah.
part of a line.
I got to ask him what he said after that.
Lip readers, come on out.
That's a tough shot.
This is a huge shot as well. He'd made one on the left side, now the right.
Him up.
Made for the moment there. Finished with 25.7 assists.
Welcome back.
And the Celtics hold off the Sixers in Philly and take a 2-1 series lead. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum both scored 25. And Joe Mazzulla talks about the impact of his 2 stars after the win.
I think the experience just kind of shows up in, they're poised on a day-to-day basis, not getting too high, not getting too low, having a clear understanding of what's at stake and kind of what's needed on a consistent basis. And I thought you saw that tonight. I mean, I think in that fourth quarter, JB gets the steal at half court, lays it in. He went on a run for us, got us some points in transition. And then you saw, JT down the stretch make some shots. And so you kind of saw them in-game experience, but really the mindset that they bring to just day-to-day, So tomorrow's an important day. We got to get better.
This was like a game 7 for us. Even though it's a long series, we definitely wanted to come back and respond after dropping one on our home floor. Can't lose 2 games in a row in the playoffs. That's tough. So this was a big win for us.
Just how are you constantly able to keep that composure late?
I've been here before. Just a mindset to do whatever it takes to win. When you're trying to win a championship, when you're trying to compete, you're trying to make a run, it can look different every single night. Just give the game what it needs. As long as you win, it's all that matters.
All right, a look at the updated playoff bracket here. After their loss at home in Game 2, the Celtics bouncing back on the road tonight to take a 2-1 series lead over the Sixers. And it's time for Dub from the Crates.
What do we got today?
On this day in 2002.
Oh, hey.
Over the shoulder.
Hey.
Not hurt. Oh,
Steve with the circus shot in the playoffs.
That was today?
Yeah,
When?
that definitely hurt.
Three or 4 years.
That's only 24 years ago.
3 or 4. Blake.
What?
What? Embellish.
AJ was -5.
Yeah, you were younger than AJ Dumonsa. Times have changed.
I have kids older than AJ.
All right. You know what? Speaking of, coming up next, we have a very, very special guest joining us here at Stage 11, AJ Dumonsa, live in the studio. An NBA nightcap continues.
Welcome to the cap.
Walk back. Let me make room for this young man.
What's up, AJ?
Stop,